Well, if you got a breakdown, I guess this is a beautiful place to do it. So, everyone accuses the RV community of only showing the good, never the bad. So I'll show you some bad too. It just dawned on me, both of these doors are electric, and they're heavy, big doors. And for the last 6 days, I've just been opening and closing them. You know, they open and close by themselves. Well, I think it dawned on me because maybe my ear picked up on it sounding different or something. But I was thinking, wait, that's running off the battery. It's been 6 days. I should probably start the car. Well, of course it wouldn't start. It is clicking, and all of the lights and stuff are working. So AI said as long as it's clicking, then it should only take 45 minutes to charge. I've got my generator hooked up to it. So this generator came with that cable, and it says it's a funny little prong. It's not like a normal plug, but it says 12 volt DC. Well, of course, AI told me, oh, you don't want to use 12 volt DC because it's really slow, and the generator, it was saying to charge a battery charger with the generator and then use the battery charger to charge the car. But I don't have that right now. So I think I will get a adapter for my battery charger, my actual solar panel battery thing, and use that for if this happens again. But the reason it said, there was two reasons it said don't use the 12 volt DC is one, it's really slow. It only operates at 8 amps. And also it could damage the battery. Well, I looked it up, did a little bit of research, and this car has a fuse that goes where you hook the jumper cables to, and it will pop that fuse before it allows the generator to hurt the engine. Another thing that I found that's really cool is hang on a second, I forgot. Anyways, it's only supposed to take 45 minutes to an hour to charge it enough to crank. Oh, I remember now. The the car will not allow the generator to put more into it than it can handle. I don't know if I explained that correctly, but because it has that fuse right there, it will pop that fuse before it lets it damage anything in the car. So far, that hasn't happened, and it seems to be charging fine. And I've also noticed too that it must be like a smart generator, or it communicates with what, I don't know. So the thing is when I'm charging my solar battery thing with the generator, it will fluctuate. So it will go, it usually hovers at around 1,000 watts and charges in like an hour, if it's down pretty low. But as it gets closer to charge, it will tone back the generator. So that battery is somehow communicating to the generator how much juice it needs, because it goes up and down. without touching the generator. It's the battery making it do it. So I think the same thing is happening with this, because, well, I found a Reddit thing that talked about it, but it has been just a steady hum. It's real quiet. It's even more quiet than when I'm charging my battery bank. So it must be somehow communicating with the battery, or with the generator, how much charge it needs, because it has been steady. Now when it charges the solar battery or the battery bank, it fluctuates. Not all the time, but you can tell. It will rev up and it will stay revved till the battery gets to about 80%, and then it starts backing back down. And then as it gets closer to 100, it just cuts it all the way down to an idle. So it is somehow communicating with the, somehow they're communicating with each other. I don't know, but the car does it, because I took the negative cable, or I took the positive cable off, and it did slightly change in tone, and then when I put it back on, it slightly changed again. So it is charging, albeit slow, I'm sure. But around 8:30, so about 30 more minutes will be an hour. So I'm just going to let it run for an hour. If this don't work, I might try it again in the morning. If that don't work, I'm just going to have to call the ranger. I looked it up. AAA will not respond to this area. So these are things I'm going to have to learn and think about. So I need to get whatever that battery charger thing is talking about, and I'll look it up and get one of those. And also just remember to crank I can crank it with the keychain and it will run for 10 minutes. I can do that every day, so AAA won't come out. The next thing I'll do is just call the forestry department. If they won't come out, then I'll call the sheriff. They can't just leave me up here. So I'm a good 3 miles away from any main road. So we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. I am going to let it run for about another 30 minutes and see if it'll crank up. Talk to you soon, hopefully from a running car. Okay. After about 45 minutes, which is what Uber. Ugh, this shit is so frustrating. Sorry, I'll probably cut that out. After about 45 minutes of the engine running, I started hearing changes in the tone of the generator. So the same thing happens with my battery bank. Once it starts getting close to charge, then it goes down. The tone of it goes down, and that's what happened here. So I let it run for another 5 minutes. Now I asked AI with my exact generator and this little cable that I was using, how long it would take to charge the battery enough to crank, and it said 45 minutes, 45 to 60 minutes. But I'm telling you, at 45 minutes it started that tone down. So I was like, okay, I think it has enough, and then I kept it on there for another 5 minutes, and then I cranked it, and it cranked right up. So I am just going to have to I'm going to have to crank it every day, and during the winter, or the cooler, when I was in the cooler climates, I just have to press a button and it will turn it on for 10 minutes and then shut off. Another thing, so I used to do that all through the winter months, or the colder times, and Yeah. This is late at night. Well, it's not late, but it's like 8:19, and I was going to just lay down and watch some TV and relax. I already got my teeth taken out. So anyways, I'm frustrated, and that's why my mind is going everywhere. Oh, what I was gonna say is this is a brand new car, so it is supposed to text me, email me, flash anytime there's a problem. There's a built-in cell phone into the car, and it's got a little Kia symbol, and it has the hashtags on it, or hash marks as to how much power or signal it's getting. And I looked at it and it has an X over it. So I'm so far in the middle of nowhere that my car is not getting any service. Of course my phone's not getting any service either. The only way I'm able to make phone calls is using Starlink. AI said there's some way to hook this car to my Wi-Fi, my Starlink Wi-Fi. I have not been able to figure out how to do it. I can figure out how to turn the car into a hotspot, but I want the car to feed off of my Starlink. But anyways, I'm miles and miles away from anything, and it really, I try to be prepared for everything. And when I bought this generator, I saw that it had that little clip thing. I was like, oh, that's for cranking cars. But not necessarily. It's really for charging like small batteries, like go-kart batteries or four-wheeler batteries, stuff like that. But it did a beautiful job. It completely charged my van enough in almost exactly 45 minutes that it cranked up. But now what I will do is there's two things I want to do, because once you get in these backcountry roads, I mean, there ain't nobody coming to help you. I do have AAA, and I have the Platinum AAA, so it's like unlimited, I think. I've only used it twice, but I mean, in the last 10 years I've had brand new cars, so I haven't really needed it. But they do specifically say they will only go to state, county, and US highways. So it'll go on a state highway, it'll go on a county road. I've even seen where they'll go down a dirt road as long as it's a county road. But this is a forestry road and they do not respond to forestry roads. So, and I've had this in the back of my mind that I want to make sure I can charge my battery, and I want to make sure I can change the tire. So I'm going to get the battery charger that AI recommended so I can do it the right way. I'm thankful that this worked, but I think I need that battery charger, or at least if there is like some sort of, there's all kinds of voltages on this battery bank. If there's an adapter that can plug into that and then I can run it around, then I'll go that route, because that is a powerful battery, and it's basically just a car battery. I mean, you can see the size of it. It's about the same size as a car battery. It's just lithium. But anyways, so I want to get that squared away and get exactly what I need in case I have a dead battery again. And then I want to get a nice tire jack, possibly even a tire, the wrench that does the lug nuts. But I at least want one of those fast tire jacks that you just slide up under there on wheels and you pump it up. So anyways, that's next on my list. But I did get it running, and here's the thing is, I mean, AI said 45 minutes. It should only take 45 minutes. And then it said it might take 60, but it did specifically say 45 minutes. And I'm telling you, after 45 minutes, I heard the tones in that generator changing. And I knew AI knows everything, and I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, I've been going down the road and saw a building, and I say, hey AI, what is this? It knows exactly where I am, what's next to me, tells me the history of the building. I could take a picture of one of these trees and it would tell me through my camera what kind of tree that is. So anyways, AI is good until it kills us all. But anyways, I'm just thankful. I'm super thankful that my first real emergency worked out. And I'll show you the good, bad, and the ugly. All right, talk to you soon. Bye. That is beautiful. I think it might be snowing on top of the mountain.